there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we're talking Married to Medicine. Today we are talking because did Andy Cohen finally put the kibosh on Dr. Heavenly's weekly YouTube review with Carlos King? Is Carlos King also going to be shut down from other Bravo TV show reviews on his platform as well? Or is this exclusive to YouTube only? We are going to talk about it. We are going to get into it. So for those of you who are not aware, who have been living under a rock, Dr. Heavenly posted on her Twitter account that she is no longer going to be reviewing YouTube Married to Medicine. So let's get into it. So, on her platform, it says the following. It says, I hate to announce I will no longer review Married to Med on YouTube with some emojis. They told on me. My man said that I had to get off. However, boopies, okay, can catch hashtag Dr. Heavenly on patreon.com/Dr. Heavenly. And I believe it is anywhere between $5 and $10 or something like that. On Patreon, and hashtag they told on me, hashtag well trained, hashtag if there's a will there's a way, hashtag Dr. Heavenly University, hashtag Team Daddy. So I'm going to give my thoughts because I think this is hogwash. I truly believe either production or Andy Cohen, one of the higher ups, once Dr. Heavenly put out that tweet alleging that Sweet Tea's husband, Dr. Greg, Mr. Lunsford, was a pedo. I believe that was when production said, you know what, enough is enough. And you cannot go on unhinged rants like this on your platform and saying all of this chaos, and in conjunction with the backlash of the comments that Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King have been making about Sweet Tea for weeks, including Carlos King saying that Sweet Tea needs to put on a vision board babies and also eggs and all these things instead of being obsessed with quad. Like just completely out of bounds, completely out of order, completely inappropriate, right? And I think with Andy Cohen, the reason why I'm bringing up Andy Cohen is because Andy Cohen is in some mess of his own with two former white housewives, right? And I said that on purpose because when Nene sued Bravo and was making allegations against Andy Cohen, he never hired a PR crisis team. And I believe, as far as I know, last I know, still to this day, Andy will not talk to Nene leaks at all, even though Nene wants to extend the olive branch. But immediately, once these allegations from the former white housewives come out, now all of a sudden you want a PR crisis team. Now all of a sudden you're paying attention to your other shows all of a sudden. I think they have been watching behind the scenes this Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King recap for a while. And I think they were waiting for a smoking gun. They were waiting for a smoking gun that they could use to shut down Dr. Heavenly. So here's the thing, a couple of things. Her YouTube primarily is about Married to Medicine. So with that in mind, I'm trying to figure out from a Patreon perspective, what is the content going to be over there? And does Dr. Heavenly think that if she says reckless things behind a paywall that fans aren't going to screen record it and share it elsewhere? Or there might even be other content creators or what have you that might be members on there, and the information is going to get out one way or the other. So you can't hide behind a paywall if you still want to talk reckless. See, that's why I don't believe this. I don't believe that her husband had anything to do with this. I believe she was sat down by Bravo. And I believe Bravo told her, you're on thin ice. You are on the chopping block because you are causing more harm than good. Finally, now your chaos is no longer working for us anymore. Number one, she kept up the video, the messy live with Dr. Jackie, in which Dr. Jackie was saying all those horrible things about black women, and kept that up because it had tons of views, right? and she was making coin off of it, right? But then the continued obsession with sweet tea was strike 2, right? And strike 3 is this pedo stuff, right? And it doesn't help that Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King, they like hype each other up and try to, you know, make excuses for the nasty comments that they're making. And they're the ones that are obsessed with sweet tea because there's no reason to go below the belt like this. You don't have to like your coworkers. You don't have to, you know, be buddy-buddy with them either, but you're saying things that are completely below the belt and are out of bounds. And you've done this with everybody on the cast. But now all of a sudden that you've gone too far, now all of a sudden you're hiding behind a paywall? No. I feel like in part this is an excuse to make a break from Carlos King because Carlos King is providing even more negativity and more backlash than I think Dr. Heavenly even anticipated. And also, you guys keep forgetting, Mariah was the OG, people. It's so funny. All these reality stars and producers, everybody has a podcast now, but nobody wants to give props where it's due on who started this in the first place. It was Mariah, who started initially with Facebook Lives and then eventually transitioned over to having a YouTube until Dr. Heavenly got in her feelings and until production got in their feelings, because Mariah then took it to the next level and was exposing them, was exposing the behind the scenes of production. And that was when production said, you know what? We are now going to make sure that we're going to kick you off your own show. And we're going to use the cast members that you recommended for the show that were your real friends in real life. And even you were their patients at one point in time. We're going to use them to take you out. And that's exactly what happened, right? And it's the same thing with Dr. Heavenly. They don't mind you on these other platforms if it's beneficial, if it's bringing ratings to the show, if it's bringing trending topics and conversations. But the moment that you go out of bounds, the moment that you step out of line, oh, no. Then you're shut down. This came from the higher ups. There's no, how can somebody quote unquote tell on you, Dr. Heavenly, when you have a channel on YouTube for free? You are posting content for free on a free YouTube app, on a free Google account, on a free YouTube website that anybody in the world can go to and listen to your videos. That is not telling on somebody. You are publicly putting information out there to the masses, your opinion on things, even if it's below the belt. The problem is you got sat down. This was a terrible lie. This was a terrible way to cover it up because it doesn't make any sense. The moment that you upload, the moment that you go live, you are telling your audience and any of the people lurking in the bushes that whatever you're going to say is what you're standing on business about. So this whole, they told on me, no. Anybody can see your video. As long as it's not private or like members only or things of that, like you're everybody can have an opportunity to listen to what you have to say about something. So this isn't a situation of you being told on, no. Everybody is going to be watching, because if you're bad for business, if you're at risk for the show being canceled, if you're at risk from losing your job on Married to Medicine because of your chaos with Carlos King, that has nothing to do with somebody reporting your video or somebody telling on you. It has everything to do with production has been watching your videos for quite some time, and they said enough is enough. And now they're starting to see the negative impact of Carlos King and the negativity that's taking place as well in conjunction with the Bravo shows that he's paying more attention to than the fire that is being set on Love and Marriage Huntsville, on his own shows, on the own network. But again, Dr. Heavenly should have known that trying to, mess with Carlos King was going to lead to these consequences. So you're telling me all this time you've been on YouTube and you've been with Funky Dineva and all these other people, and not once were you ever sat down by production and told you need to shut down your YouTube, that you're not allowed to review Married to Medicine anymore on YouTube? No. But the moment that we're technically not even done with the season yet. We still have the reunion episodes to go. And production was like, no. Production was like, no more of this with Carlos King. So I have no idea why you're trying to insert your husband into this. Your husband is, for all intents and purposes, pretty mild-mannered and doesn't really say much of anything. He'll defend you in public, but that's like the extent of things. So I don't believe it had anything to do with him, because here's the thing. If your husband doesn't want you to review Married to Medicine at all, why are you going behind a paywall? Because that would indicate you still want to generate some type of income in discussing your castmates on Married to Medicine. So that tells me production, somebody higher up at Bravo is pissed at you. You pissed people off finally. So for several seasons, as long as you were putting out good content, even if it was messy, as long as the ratings were decent on the show, production didn't care what you did or said on YouTube. But now that it's bad for business, now that it's a liability because you're partnered up with Carlos King of all people, and each week it's getting progressively worse in how far below the belt you're going. And then you put the cherry on top by accusing somebody's husband of being a pedo with zero receipts, with zero factual information to back that up. You were just trying to say something as malicious as you could think of because you were pissed at Sweet Tea coming for you. But it had nothing to do with anything. And there's still no receipts being produced at all to verify or confirm such allegations. You destroyed this man's reputation and potential business by putting something like that out there. It was completely and utterly wrong, and you still haven't even given a genuine apology for that. You said that you were sorry, you recant using the P word. But there's no genuine apology, there's no genuine explanation or any of these things. And even with this shutdown of you no longer being able to review Married to Medicine on YouTube, you're trying to make it seem like, oh, you know, that was old news, like YouTube's old news or whatever. It's all about Patreon. No. Here's the thing. There's going to be dedicated Dr. Heavenly fans who do not care how reckless her mouth is, do not care how below the belt she is, and they're going to pay that $5 or $10, right, for her once or twice a week uploads on Patreon. See, that's the thing. You're going to get charged $5 or $10 a month on Patreon, and Dr. Heavenly can upload as much or as little as she wants to. But either way, that money's still coming out of your account, right? And again, what is the content going to be if most of your content pretty much is all about reviewing and dragging your castmates on Married to Medicine? What difference is going to make if it's behind a paywall? If people can still listen to it, and if people feel you said something wrong or out of bounds, they're going to screen record it and send it to people. So it's going to be out there one way or the other. So I definitely think this came from the higher-ups. Production said, thanks, but no thanks. You're on thin ice. You have 3 strikes right now. Anything else further, and you're done. So she decided, okay, I'm going to, pull a Robin and Giselle. I'll go behind a paywall now and discuss the show that way. No. This is not going to end well, because somebody like Dr. Heavenly, who has no filter, who has no bottom that she will not go to if it is in the name of dragging somebody, even if it's a lie. Something else is going to be said on that platform. Something else is going to be said on Patreon that is also going to get her caught up. But if you were shut down reviewing Married to Medicine on YouTube, I highly doubt Bravo or any executives is going to say, well, you know what? You can go on Patreon, because that will be a lesser audience. No. They gave you a warning. You still want to make coin. So this is your version of a compromise. But what you fail to realize is, if you're going to say the same malicious stuff that you're even saying on your free public one on YouTube, is not going to matter. But this was a warning. This was a shot from Bravo saying, listen, enough is enough with this. And it's going to be interesting to see how Carlos King proceeds as well, if he's going to continue down this trajectory too, Or if Bravo is going to come back and hit Carlos King even harder and say, hey, you're not allowed to review or interview with any of our Bravo personalities. Because I'm waiting for that announcement to happen. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.